Hello everyone. Today on Good Morning Maine, a murder conviction that shocked the Down East community has now been overturned after a decision from Maine Supreme Judicial Court.
Plus, the remaining two victims of the plane crash at the Bangor International Airport have now been identified.
And many gathered at the State House in Augusta to increase funding for Maine's domestic abuse services. Good morning and welcome to Good Morning Maine. I'm Janessa Bishop.
And I'm Craig Colson. Thank you for joining us on this Friday morning. We'll have those stories and all the day's news coming up over the next hour. But first, to check out that forecast, starting off as another icy, cold day today.
It's so cold.
Oh, we're up to -4 now.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, I woke up yesterday to frozen pipes.
I know.
No furnace and a very cold house.
It's awful,
I
Craig.
think everybody's just tired of winter at this point.
I think so too, and we were just talking about it. You know, when it hits March, there's a little bit of hope.
Right.
And then it hits April, and then everyone's kind of like, "Whew, no more winter."
Sigh of relief.
Yeah.
So we're getting there. It's just a few weeks away.
Yes.
And then we'll be complaining about the heat probably.
Oh, probably.
But in the meantime, we'll get a look at our forecast. Pretty quiet.
Yeah.
Going into the weekend, we'll see more clouds today. Maybe a chance of snow showers tomorrow, but otherwise, smooth sailing.
Absolutely. We'll turn things over to meteorologist Devin Biggs.
Think warm thoughts.
Yes.
And thank you very much, Craig and Janessa. Happy Friday. Your first weather forecast brought to you by Old Town Redemption Center. Now offering a 10% bonus on your returnables and a monthly $100 drawing. Alrighty, let's get into things this morning. A gale watch and extreme cold watch both remain posted through Sunday at around 1 p.m. Watching for active surf that will be moving in along the coast, and also some cold temperatures and feels like temperatures that will soon be on the way. But in the meantime, not looking too bad this morning. We have some clouds that will soon be approaching, but otherwise not too bad as we do move forward throughout the daytime period today. Let's zoom things out. We have clouds farther down toward the south over the Atlantic Ocean, a little bit of cloud cover moving in. There's a system right here that's going to have a hard time moving some snow in our direction, but we do have a lot of dry days on the way for us. Futurecast showing some increasing clouds for us today. It's going to try to push some snow in for us, but I do believe we will be staying dry overall over the next several days. So upper teens today, increasing clouds and that north wind at around 5 miles per hour. The hourly forecast moving forward showing clouds moving in with temperatures overall in the teens. Your full 5-day forecast is coming up. Craig and Janessa.
All right, thank you, Devin. We'll look forward to that. The murder conviction of Kaylee Brackett has been vacated following a decision by Maine's highest court, changing the legal landscape of a case that shocked the Down East community. Kaylee Brackett was sentenced to 55 years in prison in May of 2024 for the stabbing death of 43-year-old Kimberly Neptune. On Thursday, the Maine Supreme Judicial Court released a 42-page opinion outlining the court's decision to vacate Brackett's murder conviction. Our Grace Blanchard has more.
Maine's highest court has vacated the murder conviction of Washington County woman Kaylee Brackett, and a new trial has been ordered after the court determined testimony attached to the case should not have been admitted. Brackett was previously convicted for the murder of Kimberly Neptune, who was found dead in her Pleasant Point home with nearly 500 stab wounds in April of 2022. Brackett and co-defendant Donnell Dana were both charged with murder. While the jury deadlocked on Dana, Brackett was convicted in December of 2023 and later was given a 55-year prison sentence. The decision to vacate the conviction was reached after the law court determined that testimony regarding a partial sock-clad footprint that was found at the scene should not have been admitted, stating that the expert testimony on the footprint was found to be unreliable.
Sometimes you think you have a great case and for whatever reason it just doesn't go down in your favor, and today was one of those cases where it did go in our favor, and so there was a lot of relief and a lot of joy.
Brackett appealed her conviction in September of last year. Her attorney Michelle King says Brackett maintains her innocence, and they hope to see the investigation into Neptune's death continue.
I hope, for justice for Kim. I hope that's what my client hopes for. I mean, this was her best friend. It was her son's godmother, and nobody wants justice more than Kaylee. So
the case will return to Washington County Court. According to King, Brackett will be held pending a decision by the state to pursue trial again without the footprint evidence.
But if they make a quick decision that they're not going to retry her, then she could effectively walk out, within days.
We reached out to the Attorney General's office. A spokesperson said, quote, "We don't have a comment." In studio, Grace Blanchard, ABC 7 and Fox 22 News.
An Albion man pleaded guilty on Wednesday to manslaughter and assault charges in connection with a crash that killed twin boys and critically injured their mother. Court documents show as part of a plea agreement, 44-year-old Benjamin Lancaster was sentenced to 25 years in prison with all but 15 years suspended and 4 years of probation. Back in July of last year, police say Lancaster was driving on Hussey Road in Albion when he hit 1.5-year-old twin brothers Bradley and Noah Bordeaux and their mother Molly Eagold. Police say he then left the scene. Documents show that on Wednesday at the Capitol Judicial Center in Augusta, Lancaster pleaded guilty to 2 counts of manslaughter, aggravated assault, aggravated criminal operating under the influence, and leaving the scene of an accident involving serious bodily injury or death.
Well, meanwhile, the remaining 2 victims of the plane crash at Bangor's airport have now been positively identified. Bangor Police Sergeant Jeremy Brock says 53-year-old Shauna Collins of Texas and 43-year-old Nick Martrakusa of Hawaii have been identified by the chief medical examiner. The identities of the other 4 people on the plane that crashed on January 25th were released earlier this week. The private jet was owned by a Texas company and was trying to take off from BIA when it crashed.
2 people in Brewer are facing drug trafficking and animal cruelty charges. Brewer police say 40-year-old David Zabala of Brewer and 34-year-old Cassandra Coate of Bangor were arrested inside a Brewer home. They say Zavala was out on bail for a prior domestic violence arrest. During the search, police say officers found multiple safety concerns and a deceased dog inside the home. Zabala is facing numerous charges, including aggravated trafficking, aggravated animal cruelty, and refusing to submit to arrest. Coate is also charged with aggravated drug trafficking. Police say the investigation remains ongoing.
2 men are in custody after Augusta police responded to a burglary at a ATM machine. Augusta Police Chief Kevin Lully says it happened in connection, or it happened at the Credit Union on Civic Center Drive. Moises Alejandro and Martinez Gutierrez are being charged with criminal mischief and possession of burglary tools. Lester Gutter is charged with receiving stolen property, attaching false plates, operating without a license, and refusing to identify himself. Both men are being held at the Kennebec County Jail without bail.
Former Senator George Mitchell has resigned from the Mitchell Institute. The organization announced his resignation on its website last night. His resignation comes after Mitchell's name appeared in documents related to the Jeffrey Epstein sex abuse case. Mitchell has served as the honorary chair of the Institute, which helps students pursue higher education. The Institute says it will also consider changing its name. The U.S.-Ireland Alliance has also removed Mitchell's name from its scholarship program. Mitchell has denied any wrongdoing.
A crafting machine is believed to be the cause of a fire that destroyed a home in Lincoln this week. The smoke detectors awoke everyone early Wednesday morning, and everyone was able to escape from the home on Main Street. The home itself was destroyed. Investigators say the fire started in a rear addition to the home, and they believe a machine used for craft projects had been left plugged in, and that's where they think the fire started.
During a select board meeting in Corinth last night, the town was introduced to the new fire chief. Those gathered at Corinth Town Hall met interim fire chief Eric Strout. Strout delivered the fire chief report, where he addressed issues with the town's fire department and suggested possible solutions. The meeting was widely attended by residents concerned about the state of Corinth's fire response. The town heard from the chief that the biggest issues in the department are staffing and mutual aid response.
Every town, every agency, no one can guarantee they're going to have crews to respond. It's building that back up with adequate staffing, well-trained people, and, having people available to respond to those calls. It was a calling to come back and just try to rebuild the department, get some structure, get some staffing, and basically create some loyalty and some pride back in the agency.
Well, Chief Strout of the three, he's the fire chief of the local departments. Both Chief Strout and select board members say they feel this will work in Corinth's favor.
He's also the fire chief over in Levan.
Yes.
I think he knows the area pretty good. All right, well, the five-bill appropriations package that passed both houses and was signed into law this week contains funding for multiple Maine departments, organizations, and projects. We spoke with Senator Susan Collins yesterday to discuss what progress Mainers might see as a result of the passed legislation. The bills include projects for funding, for infrastructure, healthcare, and law enforcement that Senator Collins says total $250 million.
It helps St. Joseph's Hospital in Bangor by providing $6.8 million to upgrade its emergency room. It helps the town of Howland to get a new ambulance. It helps the town of Holden to build a new public safety garage that's going to be named in honor of the former police chief, Chris Greeley.
Senator Collins also said Northern Light Health will be getting more funding to support maternal care amidst multiple closures of obstetric wards in smaller hospitals in the region. She says she's also pushing to renew ACA tax credits with a potential income cap, but they are still negotiating, and there's no clear timeline for a resolution.
On Thursday, advocates pushed for two pieces of legislation, both aiming to increase funding for Maine's domestic abuse services. Our Doug Banks was at the State House and has more.
Advocates in this room have responded to over 18,000 calls to the helpline in the last year. We should thank them all.
Victim advocates, survivors, and legislators gathered at the State House on Thursday to raise awareness of the work to end domestic violence and to honor the victims of domestic violence homicides in Maine. The event was hosted by the Maine Coalition to End Domestic Violence. The group took the opportunity to highlight two pieces of legislation. First, LD 666, which aims to invest $2.5 million in annual funding, which would provide ongoing funds for certified domestic violence intervention programs.
These programs have historically relied almost exclusively on participant fees, and without proper and continued investment, we risk losing these programs.
And LD 875, which would increase funding for essential services for victims of domestic violence by $4 million annually.
Funding for domestic violence services is homicide prevention. It is ultimately cost savings, and it is a moral responsibility our state has to come to the most vulnerable in our communities.
According to the latest biennial report of the Maine Domestic Abuse Homicide Review Panel, more than half of the state's homicides last year were due to domestic abuse. In 2023, that number was 28%. In 2024, it was 44%.
Maine's budget priorities must reflect our commitment to building a safer and more equitable community for us all.
On a cold November night 18 years ago, I barely escaped domestic violence running from my home barefoot with a baby. 18 years ago, I stood in this very building to stand before the Appropriations Committee and plead lawmakers not to cut funding to domestic violence services. Coming full circle today, I stand before you again. But now with an education, my daughter and I are living proof of that return on investment.
At the State House, Doug Banks, ABC 7 and Fox 22 News.
The time now is 6:13. Coming up next on Good Morning Maine, there are new options for renters struggling to make payments in full. We'll hear about the Rent Now, Pay Later program.
But first, another check of that weather forecast. A cloudy day ahead today with highs near 19 degrees. Mostly cloudy tonight, with lows dropping down to the single numbers. Tomorrow for your Saturday, also a mostly cloudy day. Highs around 25. We'll be right back.
Roto-Rooter has served the greater Bangor area and beyond for 35 years, offering plumbing, hydrojetting, snaking, descaling, video inspection, and grease interceptor cleaning services. For all your residential and commercial clogs, call Roto-Rooter today, 990-1234.
And away go troubles down the drain. Roto-Rooter.
Jamar Construction Products in Bangor continues to grow to meet our customers' needs, supplying products for site work contractors, concrete contractors, and survey and safety supplies. We are proud to be the local dealer for Hilti, Valley Blades, U.S. Fabrics, and Euclid Chemical, plus so much more. Stop by and see us at 1270 Hammond Street or give us a call at 4491. If you dig it, pour it, plow it, fasten it, lay it, or lift it, Jim Mar Construction Products can help you.
Volunteers in Maine are creating bags of love for children in foster care.
If we're not using what gifts and talents we have, then it's a waste.
I just had that little voice tell me to do it.
We'll have the story Tuesday on ABC 7 News at 6.
Heard of buy now, pay later? Well, how about rent now, pay later? There are new options for renters struggling to make the payments in full each month. Companies like Flex and Affirm are letting users break up their rental payments into multiple payments. So if your rent is $2,000, you would pay $1,400 on the first day of the month, then $600 on the 15th. Typically, you pay a service fee or a monthly subscription, but if you miss payments, interest rates can go up.
That catch there. Well, a familiar point on the horizon is back where it belongs. In a town where life is measured by tides and time, one landmark has guided generations home. Our Alex Schley tells us how Jonesport rallied to raise more than just a steeple, but a symbol of their community.
A staple of the Jonesport skyline is standing tall once again. For more than a century, the Sawyer Memorial Congressional Church steeple served as a guide point for fishermen heading home.
It's been a landmark since the 1800s. Until 10 years ago, everyone that was alive had seen this for generations.
Since the late 1800s, the steeple has stood as a homing beacon for a community built around the water.
First thing that they say when they come in from around the islands.
Pastor Phyllis Merritt says the steeple was so well known, even NOAA marked it on its charts. But after a lightning strike and years of battering storms, the structure could no longer withstand the elements.
There was a hurricane that destroyed the weather vane that was on the top, and then the strong winds just tilted it, looked like the Leaning Tower of Jonesport, and so it was dangerous, and the tower itself was waterlogged. We had to take it down.
For a decade, the church stood without its signature spire as the community worked to raise the money for a replacement.
It's been not just the people of the church, but the people of not just our town, but the surrounding town. Everybody from children to elders, other churches have pitched in. There have been fundraising jars around our community. So many things have been held for fundraising, and we are so excited.
Thursday, that work paid off. The new steeple was lifted into place, restoring a piece of Jonesport history and its horizon. In Jonesport, Alex Schley for ABC 7 and Fox 22 News.
That's great.
Yeah,
looks wonderful, too.
It does. Good for them.
Yeah.
Well, the time now is 6:18. After the break, the Trump administration has launched a new website aimed to make prescription drugs cheaper. We'll hear more coming up.
Plus, we'll learn about the Enchanted Dreams Gala, an event to support people with Rett syndrome. Those stories and more straight ahead on Good Morning Maine.
The Super Bowl party starts this morning on GMA. The game, the food, the hype, the mad fun. Let's get things started.
It's crunch time.
Carla Hall's cooking things up. And Brandy Carlisle and Charlie Puth are bringing the music. Good Morning America this morning.
I'm Jim with Lowry Law. I was contacted by a woman who asked me to help one of her friends who had been hurt by a drunk driver. Not only did he have multiple injuries, he had the added stress of being the victim of a crime. We helped make sure that he didn't have to testify or even go to court. That was important to him, so I made it a priority. We got him a $250,000 settlement. If you've been hurt by a drunk driver, call me. I'm your go-to guy.
Hurt by a drunk driver? Call the twos.
At the County Federal Credit Union, we value the trust our members place in us to act in their best interest. Whether it's providing low rates on consumer loans or raising money to end hunger, we work hard to serve our members and the communities in which they live. We are excited to bring the meaningful and impactful work we do to all Mainers as we continue to grow. Wherever you are in life's journey, count on the county to be your financial partner.
Every answer tells a story.
I'm raising
you might want to get rid of a tattoo?
You lost a bunch of weight, so now it's all...
Family Feud. It was an anchor, now it's a fork.
Weekdays at 9 on ABC 7.
A Hudson woman is making sure her daughter's disability doesn't define her. In fact, she's taking her experience and helping others and find hope and healing in our community.
Our Callie Warren introduces us to Laura and Adley Whalen.
My little girl. She keeps me going every day.
This is Adley Whalen.
You are so silly. Hi, Smiley.
When she was just 2 years old, she was diagnosed with a rare neurological disorder called Rett syndrome.
It affects 1 out of 10,000 girls. It can affect their walking, mobility, their hand functioning, speech, pretty much everything. It's like cerebral palsy, autism, Parkinson's, all in one.
Adley's mom, Laura, built a community for caregivers of children with Rett syndrome.
So there are a couple women that I did meet initially, and they were an amazing support system for me. And I wanted that for other women too. Since Adley's been diagnosed, I have been introduced to 3 new moms, and they're so dear to my heart.
But she didn't stop there. Determined to draw more awareness and research to the rare disorder, inspiration struck when Adley developed a love for fantasy stories.
I'm on TikTok and I see all these big galas or book balls or whatever. I'm like, there's never one in Maine.
That's when the Enchanted Dreams Gala was born.
So why don't I put one on for Maine and start raising money for Rett syndrome?
Laura held her first gala last year and is hosting the 2nd annual event in May. She's hoping this year will be bigger and better with her community behind her.
Yes, we're accepting donations of any kind. We're still looking for sponsorships as well. We do have a sponsorship for fireworks and a sponsorship for catering to help out with those 2 biggest things to make this whole night become a reality.
Laura hopes the gala will raise money to further Rett syndrome research and treatment for children like Adley.
She has been dealt a really hard card, but doesn't mean that she has to have a hard life. I want to make it as fun and beautiful as possible.
In Hudson, Callie Warren, ABC 7 and Fox 22 News.
And for more information on supporting the Whalen's journey and the Enchanted Dreams Gala, you can visit this story on our website, foxbangor.com.
Oh,
what a beautiful little girl.
It really is, and such a beautiful story, and her mother really great advocate
Yeah,
for
that's
it.
wonderful.
Well, now let's get a full look at our weather forecast with meteorologist Devin Biggs.
Alrighty, Craig and Janessa, thank you very much. Your full weather forecast brought to you by Old Town Redemption Center, now offering a 10% bonus on your returnables and a monthly $100 drawing. Alrighty, here we go. Advisories posted. Gale watch up along the coast until 1 p.m. Sunday, and the same with the extreme cold watch, both up until Sunday at around 1 p.m. For the northwestern parts of the state, extreme cold temperatures and feels like temperatures will soon be on the way. In the meantime, wave height's not too bad at around 2 to 3 feet according to the buoys. So overall, along the coast, we're calm for now. A little bit active farther out towards sea, but for now, pretty quiet with an area low pressure moving in. Soon things will be getting rather active. But in the meantime, we are watching for some clouds moving in from the southwest and going toward the north and east. So starting off with sunshine and clouds mixed, but overall increasing clouds will be on the way as we do move forward in time. There's a system right here that will be sending us a little bit of precipitation, but it's going to have a hard time moving that in. So overall, we will have a lot of dry time moving forward. I don't think we'll see much, if any, precipitation. So overall, we'll have increasing clouds today and mostly cloudy later on tonight. But as we head towards tomorrow, notice that snow is going to try to move in, but I think it's going to have a hard time doing so. If we see any snow, it's going to not really accumulate to much of anything moving forward. We may see some wind, but really that's going to be about it. So I'm going to show you the snow accumulation map. Whatever falls is going to stay off to the west. If we see anything, it's not really going to amount to much of anything. So again, if we see anything, it's not really going to amount to much. So again, anything that falls is going to stay off toward the west. So your forecast coming up for today: upper teens, increasing clouds, north wind at around 5 miles per hour. Overnight, 6 degrees, mostly cloudy, and the wind overall looking nice and calm. And then for tomorrow, we have mid-20s, mostly cloudy, north wind at around 5 to 10 miles per hour. And then let's check out your extended forecast, brought to you by Old Town Redemption Center, showing a partly cloudy sky for your Sunday with highs in the upper teens, and then low 20s for your Monday under a mostly sunny sky, and then mostly sunny for your Tuesday with highs in the upper 20s.
We are the Dillos. We are from Northern Kentucky. Being out in a rural area, coverage is pretty hit and miss with other carriers, so switching to T-Mobile solved a lot of problems that we had.
I'm able to use T-Satellite now. We've got coverage no matter where we're at.
America's best network meets off-the-grid satellite coverage with T-Satellite. And now, for a limited time, get our most value-packed plan ever. Families can save over $1,000 a year versus Verizon and AT&T on streaming, satellite, and more benefits that they leave out.
Why should your new floor come from Carpet One? Because we're passionate about the spaces our neighbors call home. We're part of your community, and we're also part of the world's largest cooperative of independently owned and operated flooring stores. So you can be sure you'll get great selection and outstanding value with every installation. Whether it's carpet, hardwood, tile, or luxury vinyl, our experts take the guesswork out of choosing the right floor. We're your local Carpet One Floor and Home, the one store for your perfect floor.
When Maine winter bites, nothing matters more than keeping your family warm. The solution is simple: a high-efficiency heat pump installed by Valley Home Services. It's the quiet, reliable warmth you need all season long. At Valley Home, we're your elite Fujitsu dealer, ensuring expert installation that delivers consistent comfort and maximizes your energy savings. And we make it easy to switch to efficiency heating and qualify for those valuable Efficiency Maine rebates. Stay perfectly warm without the high cost. For a warm, worry-free winter, trust the local experts. Valley Home Services. Winter warmth is waiting. Call us today.
Is your Maine issued license or ID expiring soon? Good news. You may be able to skip the trip to the BMV and renew it online, including if your license or state ID is Real ID compliant. Visit maine.gov/SOS/BMV today to find out if you're eligible to renew online. Brought to you by this station, the Maine Association of Broadcasters, and the Office of the Secretary of State.
You're watching ABC 7 Bangor.
Now to the latest in the days-long search for Nancy Guthrie. Overnight, her son releasing another video statement pleading for her safe return. ABC's Nicole D'Antonio is in Washington with more.
This morning, the search for Today Show host Savannah Guthrie's mother now enters day 6. Her family releasing a new video overnight asking for proof their mom is alive.
We haven't heard anything directly. We need you to reach out, and we need a way to communicate with you so we can move forward. But first, we have to know that you have our mom. We want to talk to you, and we are waiting for contact.
The FBI says it's taking seriously a possible ransom note sent to multiple news organizations containing descriptions, including Nancy Guthrie's Apple Watch and potential damage to her home. The note demanded Bitcoin as payment and set a deadline for last night, which is now passed. Another deadline for Monday if the demands were not met. Nancy Guthrie disappeared from her home on Sunday morning, and now authorities are releasing the most detailed timeline of events. They say Nancy Guthrie had dinner and a game night Saturday evening at her daughter Annie's house nearby. Family members brought her home just before 10 o'clock Saturday evening. 4 hours later, at 1:47 a.m., her doorbell camera was disconnected. At 2:12 a.m., a Nest camera detected a possible intruder, but Guthrie apparently was not paying for a subscription to save the video. At 2:28 a.m., her pacemaker stopped communicating with her iPhone, which was left inside the home. At the front door, drops of blood were found.
Blood on the porch, that was one we did. It came back to Nancy.
The FBI, with a direct appeal to her alleged kidnappers, say Nancy needs her medication every day to survive.
To anyone that may be involved, do the right thing. This is an 84-year-old grandma that needs vital medication for her well-being.
The FBI is now offering a $50,000 reward for her safe return or the capture of the kidnapper.
Nicole D'Antonio, ABC News, Washington.
Well, now to President Trump launching a new online drugstore, promising discounts on prescription drugs. ABC's Rena Roy has a closer look at how it all works.
The Trump administration last night launching its new website known as Trump RX, designed to make prescription drugs cheaper.
Dozens of the most commonly used prescription drugs will be available at dramatic discounts for all consumers.
The website does not sell medications directly. Instead, it offers pharmacy coupons like this or discounts through the manufacturer. The president saying consumers can expect big savings on medications used to treat diabetes, heart disease, and obesity. For example, the popular weight loss drug Wegovy will be discounted to about $150 a month, down from an original price of more than $1,300. Although by late last year, some patients were already paying as little as $199 a month. Trump RX discounts are available only to cash-paying patients and do not apply to those using insurance. The website advises users to check their copay first, because for some, paying through insurance may still be cheaper.
This is expected to benefit a very narrow group of Americans, those who, number one, don't have insurance, and number two, can also afford to pay these prices out of pocket.
Experts say the program could still help some insured patients.
Anybody who has a very high deductible, someone who has limited drug coverage as part of their current insurance plan, this could be very useful for them.
According to the website, the biggest savings could be on fertility drugs, which are often not covered by insurance.
Rena Roy, ABC News, New York.
Well, a new report finds U.S. employers announced a record-breaking number of job cuts last month. Global outplacement firm Challenger Gray & Christmas found that U.S. employers reported more than 108,000 job cuts in January, the highest January job cut total since 2009. The firm's chief revenue officer says while high layoff numbers at the beginning of each year are common, this is still, quote, a high total for the month. One of the hardest hit industries was transit, with UPS announcing 30,000 cuts after scaling back on its partnership with Amazon. The healthcare industry also saw the largest number of cuts in almost 6 years at 17,000 layoffs. But the firm says artificial intelligence was cited for 7% of the total job cuts last month, though clarifies it is difficult to tell how big of an impact AI is having on the cuts. January also saw the lowest total hiring plan since 2009, according to the report, at only around 5,300. Well, coming up on the second half of the newscast, many parents of New York public school kids are complaining AI use in class has become too much.
We'll hear their concerns as Good Morning Maine continues.
From pop music legends Cyndi Lauper and Broadway's Harvey Fierstein, Kinky Boots, the Tony and Grammy-winning feel-good best musical about seizing your destiny and being who you want to be. Be inspired by the Broadway show that has captured hearts around the world. Kinky Boots, March 3rd, Cross Insurance Center. On sale at Ticketmaster.com.
Welcome to Bob's. What are you? President Coolidge and I picked up this brand name mattress from the competition. Not sure I got the best President's Day deal.
At Bob's, you get our lowest price every day. Take our best-selling Lush mattress. It has high-density memory foam and a cooling cover, just like the competition, but only costs $9.99.
I paid way more than that.
Alvin, you've got to try this.
Calvin Coolidge.
When you find the better choice, there's only one thing to say.
Oh, my Bob!
Looking for a trailer from a local, knowledgeable company? Adams Trailer Sales, Chelsea, has you covered. Sports trailers, contractor trailers, inlines, cargo and utility trailers, steel or aluminum. Official partners of Mainly Docks, X-Gen Trailers, Durable Trailers, Cam Superline, Spartan, and North Force, near the intersection of Windsor Road and Route 17 Chelsea, or adamstrailerme.com.
watching ABC7 Bangor.
Welcome back, everyone. Today is Friday, February 6th, 2026, and it is also National Wear Red Day.
February is considered American Heart Month, and this is a day to help raise awareness about women's heart health. Cardiovascular disease causes 1 in 3 deaths in women every year, making it the number one health-related killer for women. The good news is that 87% of all heart issues are believed to be preventable. We wear red today to help spread the word.
And if you see people wearing red today, that's probably why
Yes,
they're doing
that is
it.
probably why.
Yeah, good thing they're trying to encourage people to be educated,
Yeah.
talk to their doctors, and pay attention to their bodies.
Absolutely, all important things.
Yeah. All right, moving on to some history. It was on this day back in 1778 during the American Revolutionary War. The U.S. won official recognition and military support from France following the signing of a treaty of alliance in Paris. Our relationship goes way back. In 1894, inventor William Painter secured a patent for the bottle opener. It was one of more than 80 patents to his credit over his lifetime. 1937 on this date, the John Steinbeck novel of Mice and Men was published. I had to read that one in high school.
Yeah.
Did you guys do that up here?
No, I don't think so.
And in 1952 on this date, Britain's King George died following a battle with cancer. He was then succeeded by his 25-year-old daughter, who became Queen Elizabeth II. And her reign would last for nearly 71 years.
Long time.
Yeah.
And in 1971, during an Apollo 14 landing, astronaut Alan Shepard decided to play golf on the moon. He whacked 2 balls with a tool used to collect moon rocks. He shanked the first shot into a nearby crater, and the second went about 40 yards.
Might as well have a little fun.
Of course.
All the astronauts were allowed to bring a few personal items that weighed a certain amount. He brought, I think, 3 golf balls and a 9-iron, just the head that he screwed on to this other thing.
Oh, that's too funny.
You got to have some fun.
Creative, too. And in 1980, serial killer John Wayne Gacy went on trial for the murders of 33 young men. And in 1999, videotape testimony from former White House intern Monica Lewinsky was shown at President Clinton's impeachment trial. And in 2013, the Hasbro company announced that fans voted to add a cat token to the board game, replacing the iron.
Monopoly will never be the same.
No.
All right, for birthdays today, they include rocker Axl Rose, who is 64 today. TV newsman Tom Brokaw is 86, one of my all-time favorites. And actress Alice Eve is 44 today. Happy birthday to you also, if your birthday is today. We hope you have a great one.
We'll turn things right back over to meteorologist Stephen Biggs.
And thank you very much, Craig and Janessa. Happy Friday. Your first weather forecast brought to you by Old Town Redemption Center. Now offering a 10% bonus on your returnables and a monthly $100 drawing. Alrighty, let's get into things this morning. A gale watch and extreme cold watch both remain posted through Sunday at around 1 p.m. Watching for active surf that will be moving in along the coast, and also some cold temperatures and feels like temperatures that will soon be on the way. But in the meantime, not looking too bad this morning. We have some clouds that will soon be approaching, but otherwise not too bad as we do move forward throughout the daytime period today. Let's zoom things out. We have clouds farther down toward the south over the Atlantic Ocean, a little bit of cloud cover moving in. There's a system right here that's going to have a hard time moving some snow in our direction, but we do have a lot of dry days on the way for us. Futurecast showing some increasing clouds for us today. It's going to try to push some snow in for us, but I do believe we will be staying dry overall over the next several days. So upper teens today, increasing clouds and that north wind at around 5 miles per hour. The hourly forecast moving forward showing clouds moving in with temperatures overall in the teens. Your full 5-day forecast is coming up. Craig and Janessa.
Thank you, Devin. NASA is targeting a March launch date for its Artemis 2 moon rocket after fuel leaks occurred during what is described as a make-or-break pre-flight test. The announcement coming a day after hydrogen leaks were detected during a pre-launch test at Kennedy Space Center at Cape Canaveral. The space agency says, in part, the launch delay will allow teams to review data and conduct a second wet dress rehearsal. NASA says the 4 astronauts tasked for the flight will be moved out of their nearly 2-week quarantine. No date has been given for the new mission. Best to be safe than
yes,
sorry, though.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, still to come here this morning, Jack Webb with sports.
Don't go away.
Are you in need of remodeling your bathroom? Want to convert your tub into a safe walk-in shower? Call the experts at Bangor Bathrooms by Design now. They offer complete bathroom remodels, and from start to finish, your satisfaction is guaranteed. Call them now and save thousands. 659-6457. Enjoy that brand new bathroom you've always wanted from Bangor Bathrooms by Design. Transforming bathrooms, elevating lives.
Hank's Husqvarna is your trusted full-line Husqvarna dealer, offering you everything you need for your outdoor projects. From high-performance lawn tractors and zero-turn mowers to chainsaws, trimmers, battery-powered and powerful snowblowers, we have just what you need. Every piece of equipment is fully set up, serviced, and ready for use by our certified Husqvarna technician. And all sales are backed by our in-house Husqvarna warranty. For parts, service, or new equipment sales, make your way to Hank's Husqvarna in Carmel or Newport.
A fire in Wynn last night that destroyed a home and killed multiple pets is raising serious concerns.
Multiple towns answered the call, but the Lee Fire Department declined to respond.
We will not be sending a tanker to that call.
Both towns are reportedly working towards a prompt resolution.
I cannot see this happening again.
A temporary solution has been reached with a long-term one in the works. So things are better.
Covering the stories that matter when they matter most on ABC 7.
Hey, Maine, think you're wicked smart? Well, put your knowledge to the test with me, Ken Jennings, on Jeopardy! Weeknights at 7:30 on ABC 7.
Back in, folks. A ton of basketball coming your way. And we'll start with Hamden paying Bangor a visit. This one had a tournament-like feel to it. ESPN was live in Bangor tonight. Shout out to our guys, Kyle Johnson and Bangor students. Bringing the juice into the third. It's Alex Tennant knocking down the midi to put Bangor up 6. But at the buzzer in the third, Miles Shane answers with a pull-up of his own. Then to the fourth, this one heated up. Sawyer Worcester hits the long three. He hit some big ones down the stretch. But watch this, Trey Collier with the play of the night. The reverse layup with the left hand and the foul. Just insane. He makes it a 4-point game. Other end, Harrison Fitzpatrick finds a wide-open Liam Biggie in the corner, who knocks down the three to put Bangor up 6. Couple Sawyer Worcester shots later. This one's a 2-point game, but Nate Grunkemeyer is putting in work on the glass. He gets the second chance points to fall. Bangor up 4. Not for long, though. Shane drives and gets a highlight and one of his own to fall, but Bangor holds off the Broncos 55-50. We'll head to town over to the stable for the same matchup, but between the girls. This one was a defensive battle. Clara Oldenburg is going to drive, but Grace Labrie says, not in my house. She swats it away, but the Rams will break through as Emily Calkins feeds Gabby Roy, who hits the mid-range jumper. Shortly after, it's the Rams again. Lucy O'Connell with the quick trigger, who knocks down the 3. Bangor up 8. Other end, Labrie going to work. How about a lefty sky hook? She cuts it. She cuts into that Bangor lead. Now it's Nia Studley. She drives to the lane and gets the bucket plus the foul to get Hamden back in it. Other end, Avery Clark drives for the Rams. Her layup doesn't fall, but she stays with it, gets her own rebound, and puts it back up and in. But Hamden Academy comes back to win at 34-33. To Bucksport, where it's senior night for the Golden Bucks, who are looking to wrap up the season against Sumner. We'll stay in the second quarter. Matthew Curtis, corner 3 is no good. Trent Goss with the great court vision to grab the board and find Jack Morrison underneath for an easy 2. Close game in Bucksport. Morrison gets the board, throws it down court, but Sumner's Logan Crowley is going to block it off the backboard and down on the other end. Now we're going to go all the way over there. Sumner with great ball movement gets it to an open Carter Pinkham for the mid-range jumper. Golden Bucks respond, though. Ball is driven and kicked out to Corbin Weber, who takes advantage of the open space, drains the 3. Waning seconds of the quarter, Sumner's Colton Temple in control up top, throws a laser to a cutting Crowley. Sumner wins on Bucksport's senior night 64-60. Let's focus in on Hamden Academy again, as legendary Hamden Academy basketball coach Russ Bartlett is calling it a career after this season. Our Max Sturm made the trip to the stable on senior night to catch up with the long-tenured head coach.
It's often said that some people are just born to coach. That certainly seems to be the case for Hamden Academy's Russ Bartlett, the school's head boys basketball coach. But after nearly a quarter of a century on the sideline, Bartlett will hang up the clipboard following the end of the 2025-26 season. On Tuesday night, Bartlett coached his final home game when the Broncos hosted the Brewer Witches on senior night. Both Bartlett and the team's seniors say it was a night they'll remember for a long time.
Our will to battle and to compete really showed tonight. Well, we were at a big disadvantage size-wise, and I thought the kids just really played as hard as they possibly could on every single possession, and because of that, we won by 17.
It really meant a lot to me tonight to get his last win here. I mean, he has, 340 wins, but, having probably around 40 of them in my high school career, with him and I together, it's been great.
We weren't really happy first half with the score. We knew that it's his last game here, and we wanted to end on a good note.
In any sport, there are many on-field or court lessons to take away from coaches. But oftentimes, it's the life lessons that leave the biggest impact.
He told us in the beginning of the year, every year, that it's more about becoming a better man than becoming a basketball player. And every year he tries to have his seniors come out better men.
But the athletes are not the only ones walking away with new understandings of life.
I think just to have a feel for all kids and understand that the relationship that we have is what matters. The winning and losing is really a marginal thing.
Bartlett's current group has just one goal in mind in his farewell season.
Add a fifth one to the case.
Absolutely. Just proving ourselves every day, every game proving that, we can compete.
In Hamden, Max Sturm, ABC 7 and Fox 22 Sports.
Thank you for that, Max. Now it's time to look at the Maine women's basketball team who faced off with conference leader Vermont on Thursday. Maine gets things rolling first when Adriana Smith kicks it outside to Lala Woods for the big triple 3-0 Maine. Later in the first, it's Smith again. This time she does it herself with this turnaround jumper for 2 points. And midway through the second, Woods is going to get the steal in the zone, quickly turn it into 2 points of her own. Through the contact, no foul though. Then in the third, Asta Blauenfeld is going to knock down a three to extend Maine's lead. Fourth quarter we go. Sarah Talon joins in on the scoring as she puts up this tough jump shot, and it falls. Then Blauenfeld finds the basket again. Again, it's a deep one. She puts it up, and it falls for three. Maine would close this one out and get the upset win, 55-46 over Vermont. Now we flip to the Maine men who had the same matchup in Orono. Catamounts sit second in America East for the men. This game gets started with Ace Flagg from long distance. He receives the pass. He's going to put it up, and of course it falls for three. Then TJ Beal gets the steal, passes to Logan Carey. He dishes it back up, and Beal gets it. He slams it home. The pit is roaring. Maine had a big lead in the second half, but Vermont climbs back within 5 with this three-pointer from TJ Hurley. Had a hairball there, but the Maine offense was just so locked in all night, and so was Caleb Crawford. He steps back, fires, and hits for a clutch two. And Makai Gray is going to close things off. After this TJ Beal hammer time, Makai Gray is going to close things off with an electrifying jam. Black Bears win 76-70 after that exclamation point. That's all the time we have for sports. We'll be right back after the break.
When you're ready to remodel your kitchen, find all the materials and services you need at Hammond Lumber Company. Get inspired by the extensive in-store displays in Hammond's kitchen, bath, and flooring division. Hammond's designers will help you visualize your space before the work begins, and all design fees are refunded when you purchase your materials from them. And Hammond delivers from 34 locations across Maine and New Hampshire. When it's time for a new kitchen, it's time to bring your vision to Hammond Lumber Company, your building project partner.
When Maine winter bites, nothing matters more than keeping your family warm. The solution is simple, a high-efficiency heat pump installed by Valley Home Services. It's the quiet, reliable warmth you need all season long. At Valley Home, we're your elite Fujitsu dealer, ensuring expert installation that delivers consistent comfort and maximizes your energy savings. And we make it easy to switch to efficiency heating and qualify for those valuable Efficiency Maine rebates. Stay perfectly warm without the high cost. For a warm, worry-free winter, trust the local experts. Valley Home Services. Winter warmth is waiting. Call us today.
Brandywine Graphics makes it easy. We are the top source for screen printing, embroidery, branded merchandise, and direct-to-garment printing. With decades of experience, state-of-the-art equipment, and a commitment to excellence, why trust your apparel products with anyone else? And now, Brandywine Graphics can easily launch online stores for your school or organization. Simply design your products from brands like Eddie Bauer, Carhartt, and more. Share the link and we'll do the rest. Like we said, Brandywine Graphics makes it easy. Find out more at brandywinegraphics.com or at our Hamden location.
Welcome back, everyone. We know AI is spreading into all facets of our work life, but now the parents of New York City public school children say their kids are being directed to use AI at an alarming rate. Several parents argue the heavy use of AI is harming their ability to learn and socialize. They're also concerned for their children's academic performance.
Actually causes this foundational harm to their ability to develop what we know are critical skills, for critical thinking, for innovation, for problem solving, for creating relationships.
In recent months, parents and children's education advocates have been sounding the alarm about mental health issues, the fact that schools and teachers do not ask for parental consent when their children are asked to use AI, and that privacy is being compromised with biometric data being collected on their children, including their voices.
We know that it's bad for learning, and we know that it's bad for kids' mental health. We also know that it's bad for teachers, that it keeps teachers from doing what they do really well, which is helping individual students be able to thrive inside a community. And so pretty much the only person that it's good for is ed tech companies.
The city's education department says help is on the way, and they plan to put out new guidelines this month on artificial intelligence use for New York City public schools.
Boy, I think we'll be hearing more about that as the years roll along.
I think so, yeah. It is a little concerning.
Yeah.
Well, now here's meteorologist Devin Biggs with our full weather forecast.
Alrighty, Craig and Janessa, thank you very much. Your full weather forecast brought to you by Old Town Redemption Center, now offering a 10% bonus on your returnables and a monthly $100 drawing. Alrighty, here we go. Advisories posted. Gale watch up along the coast until 1 p.m. Sunday, and the same with the extreme cold watch, both up until Sunday at around 1 p.m. For the northwestern parts of the state, extreme cold temperatures and feels like temperatures will soon be on the way. In the meantime, wave height's not too bad at around 2 to 3 feet according to the buoys. So overall, along the coast, we're calm for now. A little bit active farther out towards sea, but for now, pretty quiet with an area low pressure moving, and soon things will be getting rather active. But in the meantime, we are watching for some clouds moving in from the southwest and going toward the north and east. So starting off with sunshine and clouds mixed, but overall increasing clouds will be on the way as we do move forward in time. There's a system right here that will be sending us a little bit of precipitation, but it's going to have a hard time moving that in. So overall, we will have a lot of dry time moving forward. I don't think we'll see much, if any, precipitation. So overall, we'll have increasing clouds today and mostly cloudy later on tonight. But as we head towards tomorrow, notice that snow is going to try to move in, but I think it's going to have a hard time doing so. If we see any snow, it's going to not really accumulate to much of anything moving forward. We may see some wind, but really that's going to be about it. So I'm going to show you the snow accumulation map. Whatever falls is going to stay off to the west. If we see anything, it's not really going to amount to much of anything. So again, if we see anything, it's not really going to amount to much. So again, anything that falls is going to stay off toward the west. So your forecast coming up for today: upper teens, increasing clouds, north wind at around 5 miles per hour. Overnight, 6 degrees, mostly cloudy, and the wind overall looking nice and calm. And then for tomorrow, we have mid-20s, mostly cloudy, north wind at around 5 to 10 miles per hour. And then let's check out your extended forecast, brought to you by Old Town Redemption Center, showing a partly cloudy sky for your Sunday with highs in the upper teens, and then low 20s for your Monday under a mostly sunny sky, and then mostly sunny for your Tuesday with highs in the upper 20s.
Come in and visit AMHG Works, Bangor's #1 gift shop. located at 36 Springer Drive and the Rennie's Plaza. We have special gifts for you, your furry companion, and that special someone you are in need of a gift for. It's worth a trip in for unique American-made gifts. Here at AMHG Works, everything is American-made, and we are open 7 days a week for your convenience. American-made home goods. We look forward to seeing you.
Jamar Construction Products in Bangor continues to grow to meet our customers' needs, supplying products for site work contractors, concrete contractors, and survey and safety supplies. We are proud to be the local dealer for Hilti, Valley Blades, U.S. Fabrics, and Euclid Chemical, plus so much more. Stop by and see us at 1270 Hammond Street or give us a call at 907-4491. If you dig it, pour it, plow it, fasten it, lay it, or lift it, Jamar Construction Products can help you.
Gun Sports and Brewer knows that for fun, exercise, and meeting new friends, nothing is better than ice skating. Whether it's sailing down the ice, making a great pass, and scoring in a game of hockey, or the grace, strength, and expression of figure skating. From the youngest child all the way to adulthood, anyone can enjoy the fun of skating. At Gun Sports, we supply the equipment for your skating fun for great prices, the proper fit, and service after the sale. Shop your locally owned Gun Sports Shop, Greenpoint Road in Brewer.
This beautiful mother of two was brutally murdered.
She had seen her mother killed.
Yes.
What evidence can you point to that shows that you're innocent?
2020, tonight on ABC and stream on Disney Plus and Hulu. Hosted by Leah Remini.
4 of them make $1.
Quarters. What is swing?
Did you just say what is?
Yes.
You just realized you're not on Jeopardy. Okay.
People Puzzler
on ABC 7.
Patriots fever was contagious at the Dedham Elementary School yesterday. These believers did a little celebrating and their version of tailgating before the Super Bowl even happens. After getting their lessons done in the morning, they began the long-standing school tradition of celebrating every time the Pats make it to the Super Bowl. We were going to hear from them. I guess we're not going to hear from them. The students dressed in Patriots colors, made posters, came up with their own cheers, and took part in a number of fun activities as well.
How cute is that? I love that that's a tradition for them.
It's neat.
It is.
I wonder if they'll be able to stay up late to watch the game on Sunday night.
Hopefully. They might be a little tired for school on Monday, but it'll be worth it.
I'll be there with them.
Yes.
You know?
Well, that's all the time that we have left for this hour, but you can join us for the second hour of Good Morning Maine. That's next on Fox 22.
Thanks for being there, everyone. We hope you have a great day.
At Old Town Redemption Center, we are always ready to help with any fundraisers or bottle drives. We are here to help our community. Like and follow us on Facebook for upcoming weekly holiday giveaways and our monthly $100 drawing.
Craving authentic Mexican flavor? Come to Roca Azul Mexican Restaurant, Bangor's home for the best enchiladas, burritos, quesadillas, tacos, and more. Don't miss Taco Tuesdays, all day, every Tuesday. Great prices on soft or hard tacos, loaded with shredded chicken, ground beef, beans, and cheese. Open every day, Sunday through Thursday, 11 to 10, and Friday and Saturday till 10:30.
Many people living in Maine still face barriers to reliable internet access. TechHelpForMe.org is a free online directory that connects people to local connectivity resources like public Wi-Fi, public computers, free or low-cost computers, digital skills classes, tech help, financial assistance, and more. Learn more at TechHelpForMe.org. Brought to you by the Maine Connectivity Authority and the Maine Association of Broadcasters.
I said, what did you say to my African queen, sir?
Defending his girlfriend's honor.
We tussling around, just like the snake he is. He bit my finger. So I'm beating him upside his head so he can let go of my finger.
And the ladies were ready to rumble.
When she win like this, I'm thinking she ready to fight.
Angela jumps up, comes over, smacks me, knocks my glasses off my face, chips my tooth.
I should have walked away, but absolutely right.
Next Judge Judy.
Friday at 5 on ABC 7.
At Old Town Redemption Center, we are always ready to help with any fundraisers or bottle drives. We are here to help our community. Like and follow us on Facebook for upcoming weekly holiday giveaways and our monthly $100 drawing.
You're watching ABC 7 Bangor.
Good morning, America. The search for Savannah Guthrie's mom. Another round of bone-chilling cold. Countdown to kickoff. 2 days till the Super Bowl. Emotional plea.
We haven't heard anything directly. We need you to reach out.
Savannah Guthrie's brother Cameron releases a new video trying to get a response from the abductor of their 84-year-old mom. The FBI examining the ransom demands. What the sheriff is telling us this morning as investigators share new details about the abduction, zeroing in on a 45-minute window Sunday morning. The reward now being offered. Former FBI agent Brad Garrett here with where the investigation goes next.
100 million Americans facing a dangerous deep freeze with wind chills below zero for the I-95 corridor. This morning, almost all of Lake Erie frozen over. We're there live.
Also this morning, new questions about the FBI raid at a Georgia election center.